Hello everybody, my name is Barry Johnson and welcome back to another edition of Studio Talk. So you got some money burning a hole in your pocket, do you? You're ready for that next studio upgrade. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna buy some new studio monitors? Are you gonna buy a new interface? Or are you finally gonna start doing some room treatment for that home project studio? Let's find out what your best choice would be. Let's get to it. All right. So you finally got some dinero, baby. You're looking forward to that next upgrade. Where do you put that money? You know, this is a situation we all find ourselves in continuously. Now, the frequency of that continuously varies from person's budget to budget, but we're always going to be in an upgrade situation, or at least the majority of us will, in our journey over the many years we're going to be doing this. And so you got to start to prioritize. So you've got some money to spend. You've been saving up. So where should you invest that money? Okay. So let's talk about the core of your project studio. And I say that as the core because that's what these three things are. They are the absolute core of your home project studio and requires a lot of knowledge and good judgment as far as what to do next. First, you've got studio monitors. Your project monitors are important in your studio, right? It's representing everything that you've recorded. It's representing all of your mixes. So, of course, studio monitors are critical. What about that studio interface? What about those microphone preamps in it? What about that analog to digital conversion? What about that digital to analog conversion? Do you have the right interface to match those good studio monitors that you have or you're thinking about buying? And then next, of course, is room treatment, an often and almost always overlooked thing in every project studio, which is ultimately the numero uno most important thing. So where am I going with this video, right? Let's face it, I've been doing some reviews over some studio monitors lately. I've done a review of Adam Audio T7Vs. I just finished up today doing a review of Cali Audio LP6 V2 project studio monitors, as well as back there, I've got a set of Adams A77X studio monitors. Now, I bought a lot of studio monitors over my journey. I've been at this for 40 years, so I've owned a lot of different studio monitors over the years. Those back there happen to be the most expensive I've ever owned, but they are absolutely incredible and worth every penny to this humble guy's opinion. Now, so obviously studio monitors play a big role. I spent a lot of money back there on those studio monitors. So finding the right monitors is really important to fit your budget. There are great choices. Example, either one of the two reviews I've done on studio monitors are great for your entry level, getting going in your project studio that can lead you all the way up for a pretty good length of your journey until at some point you'll want to upgrade to nicer monitors. The next thing is that interface. Your interface plays a critical role in your studio setup. You need something that's got great drivers, absolute is rock solid, stable, sounds fantastic, has enough I/O for you to do what you need to do, as well as the right number of microphone preamps. And the quality of those preamps are super important. You can get an interface anywhere from $100 all the way up to thousands and thousands of dollars, okay? And you do get more the more you spend. However, in that, let's say that $500 to $1,200 range, I'm give or take a few $100 either way, studio interfaces have gotten very good. Their analog to digital conversion has become very good. So having the right studio interface is super important to your studio. If it's not rock solid, if it's not stable, you're going to get crashes, you're going to get errors, you're going to get all kinds of problems. So you want to make sure you've got a great studio interface. Now, lastly, and this is for some reason the most unappreciated and overlooked part of having a home project studio. The treatment in your room is absolutely vital. You need to treat that room to a point. Is if you're recording in an untreated room, oftentimes you're better off, quite frankly, just working with a good solid pair of headphones. You're better off doing that because the reflections that you're going to get across the walls and the angles, depending on the ceiling and the room dimensions, the fact that you're not using any bass traps or anything like that, you can get a mix that sound absolutely fantastic in that space, but you go take it and you go play it out on a car somewhere, and it doesn't sound like you heard it in your studio. And the reason for that is your studio's not properly treated. Now, there are plenty of videos out there on DIY bass traps and diffusion. You can build these things relatively next to nothing. You could treat a room like this, as an example, for less than $200 or $300 by doing it yourself and investing a little bit of your time. You really need to get your studio treated. After that, once you've got your studio treated and you're solid in there, your next priority needs to be your studio monitors. That's what's causing you to make these decisions. You need to figure out what budget you have, how much money you have to spend on these things, and then do your homework to find out the very best pair of studio monitors that you can get for the money that you have budgeted. And then lastly, that interface is also just as important, okay? But that would be the last thing in these things I would upgrade. I would always make sure my room treatment is solid. I want to always make sure that I'm working on the best monitors that I can afford. And then after that, then I'm going to start looking at upgrading my interface to get the needs and stability and analog to digital conversion that I need for my recordings. So these are just my opinions that I've learned in my journey along the way. And I implore you, I'll say it again, if you're not working in any kind of a treated room, you really, really, really probably should be just working with a set of headphones, okay? Because you're not going to get an accurate representation in an untreated room. Too much bouncy happening all over the place. So if you like my videos and you like the content I talk about, hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell really helps me grow this channel. I don't normally do videos this short, but this is straight and to the point, and I feel like it's an important video. And when I was doing these monitor reviews, it made me think about this subject and I want to give all of you something to think about. So until next time, have a great day. In between now and then, I got about 80 or so videos out there if you want to go watch those too. That'd be great. Bye-bye.